Hello. Welcome to a rare Tuesday bonus stream. Look at this. Today we are playing some Factorio. It's a game that I thoroughly enjoy, but I tend to get, I don't know, a little ran down on it sometimes because I've kind of reached a point where the game is too basic on its own, so you gotta use like these different weird mods and stuff, and a lot of them just aren't what I'm looking for. But this one I think is pretty exciting. This is called dangOREous. So the whole planet, except for this little bitty circle, is covered with ore, and if you build anything on the ore, it explodes and makes a terrible noise. So only miners can go on the ore. This is actually based off of, I've been watching a lot of Neil House on his streams. He's been playing this mod pack for a little while, and what can I say? It seems really fun and really intriguing. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Let me give it a shot here. So basically, if you're watching of his stuff, you'll notice that he's got a pretty complex mod list, including things like, what is it, Factorio Beyond or Factorio Advanced or something. I have basically his mod collection that he's currently playing for his dangOREous pack, as well as one or two other things. A couple of things that, just to make quality of life a little smoother for myself, obviously. I have these early game starter robots. It gives me 1 modular armor, 20 robots, and the ability basically to recharge said robots. It just makes some of this early stuff a little easier, cutting down trees, moving stuff. Okay, here's my oil. So we have 2 oils. Yeah, that's not very many, but they'll do. So we need to basically work our way northeast about as quickly as possible here. Okay. So that has been added. I've also added loaders from Angel and also Angel's warehouses. I think the 2 of those things together make a lot of sense. So we are going to do those. I've been playing this mod or combination of mods on my off time. I have a game. This is going to be my 3rd attempt at this particular pack of abilities together, and I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, how it's going to go. I think I finally found a good going on my other base, and I might switch back into that game at some point in the future for these streams, but I don't do as much Factorio streaming as I'd like to do, so I kind of just want to do a little bit, see how people like it, and then maybe do a little bit more if it seems like people like it a lot. If people don't like it, I'll just continue playing it on my own in my off time, but you never know. You never know if you don't know, right? So, the very early game, one of the things I was trying to do, and if we didn't have internet issues on Friday, this would have worked out really well. I had already took and gone through the first like hour or so of play, like getting the early base going, getting the starting smelting going, doing all that jazz. That sometimes, frankly, is a little boring, but sometimes a lot of people really like it. And I really liked how my other factory was set up. Like, I had all these trees on the south. In fact, I might just save this and resume that game, even though it's going to be kind of weird. Because it's already relatively advanced. I don't know, maybe we won't. We'll just keep playing this one for now. But I really liked how it was kind of set up for... Yeah, just keep that running forever. For getting things going here. 6 more of these, and once we get 6 of those and the 6th gear, we can get started. So we're doing this kind of like, I shouldn't say kind of, we're doing this exactly like Neil House. Over on his YouTube stream. I'm a pretty big fan. He's actually one of my more favorite Factorio streamers. I watched Stejo quite a bit when I was kind of like learning the basics, the ropes as it were. But for a lot of things, I really patterned myself after dangOREous, trying to keep the clean lines, trying to make sure that I pre-think the problem before I do. It's a lot of stuff that I just do in general or used to do in general as in my former life as a efficiency guy, I guess, kind of is what I really was. And there's a lot of really good lessons to be taken from a game like Factorio that can be applied to the real world. Just kind of keeping an eye on things, having a plan, not necessarily following that plan to the letter, being able to adapt and change your plan midway through, but having the foresight to at least like make a plan, try to figure it out, try to do a little bit of pre-planning. So it's a game that really appeals to me, Factorio. That being said, this is kind of a weird, like, overarching theme, this dangOREous. Normally in Factorio, you just kind of want to get to where the metals are, get them coming in mass, and just like jump full in, ready, fire, aim kind of situation. Here, that's not the case. We're going to go ahead and put this bad boy right on the edge so he gets a little bit of coal, a little bit of... It'll just make it easier to not have to worry about him. Ready, fire, aim. So we are running, again, basically everything exactly like dangOREous is running it right now. We are running expensive recipes. We're running marathon. Oh, I guess the other mod that I'm running that not a lot of people run is called airplanes. I really like the airplanes in general. I think they're a lot of fun, and they add a lot to the game in general here. Alright, so one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to spend a bunch of my early resources building burner miners. I don't mind having a few, and in fact, you're going to see, kind of once we get started, I'm gonna basically start a huge line through this, and then we're gonna build out from that line sideways. But I don't want to get too locked into one particular path here. Are we ready to start working our way into electrics? We're very close. I don't want to invest a whole lot of resources in. What is going on? Why aren't you? Okay. They tried to put the coal someplace that it shouldn't have tried to go in? What? They should just put coal in the coal slots. Oh, there we go, okay. It's weird. Oh, leave the coal in. Don't take the coal out, Sam. Alright, so we need a lot, actually. So I guess we're gonna do one more yeah, okay. Let me make sure. One more burner miner. There we go. Thank you, brain, for getting all the words in the right place. It's a nice change. It is a little bit of a hassle. Let's see, and then we can just take the rest of this copper and turn them into wire. Always be crafting if you can. If there's something you can be doing out of your backpack, you should probably be doing it. Yeah, this is still going. So this is our water. We can't put pipes on there or anything, so we've got to get a hole for us to be able to put a pipe on, get some stuff going. I'm not going to cut down these trees if I can help it. We don't have a lot of trees running around. We are on grass, so that will help not have quite so much pollution. But I really want to be careful. Alright, we need 10 gears. It's 5 gears. we're gonna need one of these, so we might as well make that now. Stuff is crazy. I forget every time I start a brand new game. I'm like, oh, it'll be fun. The first few minutes will just fly by, and never is like that. It's never like that. Also, I usually play my regular music, but it's because I would like this very much. To exist on YouTube after the fact, I'm playing the regular old Factorio music here, and I am not used to it. So there's going to be a lot of ups and downs and weird sounds. Like I said, I usually play with the sounds off, and I just have to watch for visual cues. So things like actually listening to the miners run. Of course, it's going to be so loud I won't be able to hear it right there, but it's different. It's not the kind of stuff that I'm used for. Alright, 5 pipes. We just got to get to 50 iron after this. We're just waiting now. We're waiting to get through our... Alright, you know what? Nay. I'm going to go ahead and set this straight for... I thought this would be a good idea, but I've changed my mind. This is also something that I didn't think I'd like very much. That Neilhouse uses is the... distribute... I don't remember what it's bloody called. Oh, these are done. Where you can distribute evenly. Let's see, where do you start? You start here? Yep, okay. That thing. I forget what it's called now. But basically it lets you pile up your stuff in a way that's helpful. What happened to our pipes? Oh, this ate a bunch of pipes, didn't it? Darn it. Alright, so we need another 5 pipes. I like getting to the electric mining drill as quick as possible. I'd rather have it and be mining just that much quicker than having to worry about everything else. So I'd rather move my burner mining drill straight to coal. Alright, how are we doing over here? Are we done yet? Jeez, we're not done yet. Okay, well apparently I didn't grab coal. Like a genius, no coal for you. Oh, take this coal. Don't stop. Don't stop until you're done. Let's see. A couple of things to keep in mind while we're talking to ourselves. You can join our Discord at discord.me/SamusGrovo. Check this out over there. You can also, if you're watching on YouTube, you can check out the Twitch page, or vice versa. Both of them are their appropriate URLs, so youtube.com or twitch.com, twitch.tv, for at SamusGrovo, all one word. And we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single day, and then we also try to do some on weekends as time allows. Alright, so we have basically everything we need to get started. The most barest bones system ever. Let's make a few of those. Alright, did we actually get an electric miner built? We did not. Okay. Not a problem. Alright, so let's do a little bit of pre-planning here, right? So, our initial power will probably get fed from this coal down here, be my guess. And I'd like to put them as close to the trees as possible just to keep it from being a deal. But I don't want to use a bunch of pipes. These pipes are iron, and iron is a commodity right now that we cannot afford an abundance of. But it's got to come out at least far enough that we can go down with it and over. So maybe it'll come from this coal for now. Yeah, probably. Alright, so let's just pretend that this is going to go like here, which means the steam engine will probably go somewhere in this vicinity. And that'll be as far over as we get. So let's just make sure that we're not getting this coal right here. Or we're not trying to place anything there. It's going to be weird. It's going to be close. So instead, let's put our first pole here. We'll come over. Why don't you just go straight? I don't know why it seems like it's not making a straight line. There's nothing more irritating than trying to make a straight line and it not going. Okay. So, is this going to be our initial power area? Probably. Stop it. Alright, that's not bad. We can make that work. Alright. Our limited copper, or sorry, our limited oil is to the northeast up here. Northwest. Soggy waffles. So we gotta keep that in mind. Right now. Ooh, we get our first burner electric. Our first electric mining drill. That is great. Let's see. So we're gonna set it up basically to. I kind of wanted to dig through this mess, but I think we're just gonna plan on it mining out right here. How are we doing? It's taking its sweet time with this last few. There's a reason why I'm not a big fan of these burner drills, and that's part of it, because they are slow. Too slow. Alright, so I'm basically putting this in the middle with the idea that we're going to go up as far as we can basically and start mining off both sides. I have found that that's one of the best ways to kind of push into a zone. 6, 5, 4. Come on. A little quicker, buddy. Oh, that was a noise. Was that a Tobrel noise?
We not doing Happy New Year countdown?
Oh, Happy New Year. Thanks.
I thought you were counting down.
I was counting down. I was counting down to completion of my satisfaction over here.
Why else would you count down?
Because I was getting no satisfaction.
Oh.
Like, what? Besides New Year, why else would you count down? Duh.
I don't know. That's why I said Happy New Year.
Oh. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Not bad. I finished up some UML activity diagrams.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
How are you containing your joy and excitement right now?
Just jacking it.
Good. So this stream, by the way, is hopefully going to exist on YouTube forever. So always be prepared for Tobrel jacking it on stream, everybody. That's just
always
a crude reality we live in.
Crude?
I don't know how you do it, but I'm always dirty. Alright.
Mine is a refined tool for a more civilized age.
Is it now?
Yes.
Okay. If you say so.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm not saying the first thing that kid did was pointed at his face when he got the lightsaber, but that was pretty much the first thing he did.
I mean, what else do you do?
I feel like lightsaber safety courses would have been like a thing before you used to hand someone a lightsaber.
Yeah, I think you underestimate how potent a lightsaber really is. Like, how how awesome sauce are they really?
You know, I don't know.
See, just on the scale of 1 to 10, lightsabers have got to be like a moderate 3, I think.
I mean, they're probably up there.
We have all of 1 iron.
I don't have one, so I don't know.
Why don't you have a lightsaber? That's something
Because
every young
they don't
geek is
have
supposed
them
to
on
have.
Amazon.
I bet that's not true. I bet they have them on Amazon.
Not a working one.
I bet they all work to
Not
their
a one that
maximum
works like it
ability to
should
work. To their maximum ability to work. I bet they all work.
No one I can chop bitches' heads off with.
That is probably true. You probably cannot find one that'll quote unquote chop bitches' heads off.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Well,
I'm all about that chopping bitches' heads off life. What?
yeah, there's 0 chance this video is staying monetized.
Is this not
Absolutely.
the after hours?
No.
Oh. Well
And I
then,
put this box in a spot where it's going to explode, so I'm excellent at video games.
well then I will tone it down a little bit. I thought this was the after hours.
No, no. This is a bonus stream where I'm trying to essentially stream and record a video for YouTube. I'm trying to build my repertoire.
Hi YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Remember how I gave you that little lecture about how I'm trying to make something that'll last on YouTube forever?
Uh-huh.
And you proceeded to talk about cutting bitches' heads off?
I mean, that could have happened.
That could have happened. I mean, it did happen.
That could have happened to anyone.
It could have, but it happened to me. Oh, man.
I mean, no.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll be okay. So how was your day other than whatever boring thing you said you did?
All the whoopings.
All the whoopings. Don't you have to pay extra for that?
Not always.
That's good to know.
Not always.
Alright, I think we want to move this as close to the middle of this pile. Well, maybe not. I don't know, it's a rough toss-up here. On one hand, I'd like to square up each of the sides. On the other hand, I realize that it's pointless and it doesn't really matter. Things are going to be a giant mess regardless for a very long time. So, I was telling the potential viewers, who are all gone now that you're wanting to cut people's heads off.
Yes.
Because I record in America, not overseas. And I was talking to them about how this particular playthrough works. It's very odd in the sense that the planet is covered in ore and you're not allowed to build on the ore. So there's a lot of weirdness that kind of, you gotta dig your way out to certain things. I think it adds a lot of interest, playability to the actual stream. And we're gonna play jump ahead in a few minutes. I think I changed my mind, because watching me load the same basic stuff in is fun and exciting for the first little bit, and then it gets really boring. I'll keep half of that, I guess, for now. But it's a lot more fun when you're actually building things and you're working towards some stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play jump ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. We will call this November version 3. Then we're gonna play Jump Aheadville here.
Jump ahead.
And we're gonna load up my version 2. So now that people have kind of seen some of the basics, this is what happens after, I don't know, I've been playing this save what, Tobrel? About
Forever.
not that long. It has been a while. It has been a while, but it's basically what, probably 8 hours or so more, maybe 10 hours more in depth. Basically, whenever I get a free hour or so, I've been playing it. Is kind of how we go along here. So we're kind of mining a little bit on all 4 sides. We've got the base generally squared up. We have a couple of our factory buildings set up down here. These two are power, which I have not labeled power in any way, shape, or form. But if we stick our heads in, they're just old-fashioned steam engines powered by coal in a line. Same thing up here with this one. This one's still in the middle of getting its act all the way together. The disadvantage of this one is the biters expansion is in fact turned on, where in the other one that I was playing a little bit ago, the biter expansion is turned off. So I had to go ahead and build a second power plant just to make sure the lasers could continue to fire at all times, basically. We have a few robots being made now, and that's basically set up a repair network around the outside of the base, basically is all it's doing. We have a reasonable amount of iron and other resources coming in across the base. Everything comes in and gets filtered. There are several lines like this, but they all run in over in this direction. I'll kind of show you guys my take of the sorting plant. Again, I know that some people really like the early game and some people find it incredibly tedious. I'm one of those people that I wanted to reach that critical mass before I kind of get going. So everything comes in, gets loaded into this giant warehouse. Each of these, every important type of mineral or resource gets filtered through this warehouse, comes out into these warehouses. Looks like we got a buildup of copper going on here. Is it a dangerous level yet? We're getting close. I should probably consider a copper warehouse of some sort. Coal, etc., etc. A little bit of uranium. Not Tobrell's uranium, my uranium. But kind of getting things going here. Hey, love.
You shouldn't have got me that ice cream cone.
It's not my fault. You asked for it. I gave it to you. That's all I can tell you. Hold your vomit for after the stream.
Where's your phone? We'll do some trading.
I was taking a nap. It's probably over there in case you called for an emergency.
Okay.
Or I was trying to take a nap. Alright, so yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and set up some sort of... Why is this there? That's weird. We're going to go ahead and set up some sort of place to start storing some extra copper just to make sure that we're not in trouble. I like to do little things like this where the warehouse basically takes a line in and a line out and just kind of stores things. I don't think we have room to do one of those right here. Nor do I have the materials on hand, which is great. Great, laddie boy. Alright. So what else is going on? What's new? How's your evil playthrough of whatever that game is that you're playing? I know what it's called. It's called Pathfinder.
Kingmaker.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that too. It's a little bit fun. I probably should have played it today, actually, but I didn't want to.
That's the reason.
Man, this isn't gonna fit there.
I defeat the Stag Lord.
Oh yeah, yeah, your evil playthrough, right?
Fought him at level 5 and absolutely wrecked him. A well-placed web spell pretty much sealed the deal.
Yeah, I imagine that'd be the case, actually. Web is pretty good. It lasts forever in that game, though.
Oh my gosh, it does.
You're like trying to get your guys to walk through, and
oh, that made the fight take a little longer. 'Cause I didn't quite place it just right, and so the tank got stuck in it.
yeah.
So I kind of goofed, but well, it worked real good. I went up that right ramp, I charged it right in, and then put Valerie at the bottom of the ramp, and then put a web kind of at the bottom of the ramp also. Crushed the Stag Lord, ranged that cleric away, and then just kind of cleaned house.
Sounds like it went pretty well. Well, it's gonna be expected anyway. So what do we got going on? We got this guy still making some, this guy's still making a little bit. Good. Where does that put you then in your...
Starting the next act, I guess.
Are you... You're Baron now. You're the Highness.
I'm a Baron.
That's
barony.
pretty intense. So overall, so far, where would you put your overall score of this game on a score of like 1 to 10 thus far?
Man, there's a lot of good things, but there's a lot of like things are just like broken. And so that's really frustrating at times.
I understand that feeling.
I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 9 because there's a lot of brokenness.
7 out of 9.
7 out of 10? 7 out of something.
Okay.
There's definitely a 7 in there.
But definitely not a 7 out of 7.
Not a 7 out of 7. That would be ridiculous.
And not a 10 out of 7.
No, that would also be equally ridiculous.
Okay. But there's definitely a 7 involved.
I mean, could be. Sure, why not?
I mean, you're confusing everybody, not just me. Alright, this guy's almost done. When that guy's done, we'll be ready to tell the robots to start moving the line forward. So the reason I've been using these productivity modules is just because taking the time to get things placed is the real hassle. And things can be sped up significantly. If you don't have to worry about certain things, like having to replace your stupid burner miner drills right away. All right, let's see. Tell the robots to get rid of this, but not the power just yet. Not until the new power's up and running. And that's why right there, just enough little stupid Zerg aliens that cause me a headache. So, have you seen the new Battle Angel trailer that came out today to Row?
Battle Angel.
I
know.
really would like somebody that I can talk to about it, to watch it. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Did you remember watching the anime, or did you watch the anime?
No.
Okay. Well, the anime had a lot of really... The main story of the anime, in my opinion, was kind of this this idea that in the future, most things could be regrown or repaired or fixed with robotics, except for, in this case, the spine was the thing that they arbitrarily chose, was the thing that no one could fix. So people were getting killed and murdered for their spines.
Okay.
Because, again, it couldn't be cloned, right? You couldn't... In the world where something has to be real, the one thing that has to be real is valuable, right? So... Sure. It's just one of those... I don't know. It's the plot device to make somebody be a hero or a villain.
Okay,
And
sure, let's go with that.
it's one of the things I really liked about it was one of the main characters, his whole thing was essentially helping people because he came from a place where everyone was rich and now he lives where everybody's poor, and he's not a big fan of that. So he works to help people healthy and repaired and blah blah blah. But so there's like two big, I don't want to say cultures, but like two big parts of this world. You have the people who are prey and people who are the people who prey upon people, right? Does that kind of make sense? Well, now in this take, it appears to be a little bit more along the lines of why that stuff may still be true. There's a strong correlation with the fact that robots, where am I going? I'm going someplace. Hang on a second. That these robot people or android people are definitely playing with as like mercenary types for hire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not entirely sure I'm a fan of that idea. They kind of shifted it away from the core concept of, it's kind of like an advanced barbarian society to battle world where you're fighting for entertainment. I don't hate that idea on premise sometimes, but that's just not the world that I'm used to. Let's see, we're also out of electric engines, it looks like. Where am I hiding electric engines? I think they're in here. Yeah. We're getting low on oil, it looks like. So, or lube. Getting low on the lube, Tobrel. Time to order up the old giant side Tobrel order of lube from Amazon. But I don't know. I've always been a big fan of that particular anime, and when I learned that James Cameron bought it and was gonna like do it, I got really excited, thinking if anyone could do it right, it would be him. But it's possible that also the manga goes a little further than I remember into that part of the world. And maybe this is not... Maybe this does happen later in the manga. I just haven't gotten that far. It's hard to tell. Yeah, see... The turrets are holding off the fight pretty well. The slow robots are getting down there at a reasonable rate. It's not fast, that is for sure. The times
Is it wrong? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this this times 4 ingredient thing is really killing me. Anyway, what was your comment?
Oh. I'm just like, I'm hung up on that thing about the spines. I just read an article about how they've got little like thingies they can implant in people's spines to help them fix them now.
That's good.
So basically like the chip from what was it, Felicity that had her spine blown out?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Arrow.
Yeah.
Yep, that's who it is. That's a show I have not been keeping up with to the degree that I would like to. I think we're at least one episode behind, maybe two. Our satellite dish is like really angrily being an old pain in their butt Skarutski. And certain shows just do not seem to get recorded. And for whatever reason, Arrow seems to be one of the ones that's taking the brunt of it. I'm not sure why. Upside though, we did get switched to, or we got on the list for the new fiber in town. So hopefully we'll be able to get away from Cox. And then I think once we get away from Cox, the wife will be more on board with getting away from the satellite dish too. Let's kill some bugs. Be ready to kill some bugs.
I need to get caught up on Arrow. I think I'm caught up on Flash. I think I'm caught up on Black Lightning.
Yeah, I wish I could watch Black Lightning. I'm certain it's going to take like a marathon for me to get back into it again. You know, like the characters that I was most drawn to, like the wife and the kids, I think were the most interesting characters in that particular series. And I just I don't know how relevant they actually are.
They're doing a lot of stuff in this current season.
Yeah. I also am not. I realize this is me. There's something about too much overt racism that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, just imagine not being the default.
I get that. I get that. I just feel like instead of trying to show the world that you want it to be, instead you're trying to like flip it around. And I get the idea. I get the emotional response behind it. It's just imagine being turned off by it and not being like, man, I'm tired of watching this again, like being preached to on my TV show. It's the same reason I have a hard time with Supergirl a lot of times, which is also part of the reason I've turned it off. I just like I get having a sermon every once in a while, but when it's every single episode, it just turns me off.
Fair enough. How do I get out of here?
But
I successfully found a road to nowhere.
I think it's an interesting world, and I think it's interesting characters, and like I said, they're definitely characters that I'm interested in learning more about. Like, things were really getting exciting with that oldest daughter when I kind of left the show. She like had broken the sink and was getting a sexy superhero in costume, and
doing a lot of stuff in this current season.
yeah. Well, I kind of have the feeling that's how it is. It's like a lot of those shows, the superhero shows, I feel like season 2 is where they kind of like find their middle ground, you know, like how to go forward. Like the first season of Buffy, not the greatest episode or season of television of all time for a TV show that everyone should probably see at least once, if not twice, you know?
I can see that. It's definitely very episode of the week.
And then on the other hand, you get a show like Legends of Tomorrow, which I didn't really care for. And then they changed captains, which I really didn't like at the time. But now that I feel like that character has earned the role of captain, like, I'm on board. Like, it definitely feels right. And I'm really enjoying this season of that show as well.
Yeah, that's when I ended up turning off, because I was just like,
Well, it's like you said, it's very Monster of the Week. It's very episodic. But, you know, it really works for a lighthearted show like that, I think. Look at this. Look at that. We may have rounded off the majority of this corner, folks. Nice. Alright, so this guy goes there. like that. Alright, so getting these corners square is a big deal. It may not seem like a huge deal, but it is a big deal when it comes to making life easier on the robots and myself down the road. So basically what I just do is I copy from whatever I need to down. I copy it in the moment and then start to eat these things. Then I tell the robots to just move the plans out as it is. And it really makes life much easier, especially if you have like something that you can use as a guide point. Like in this case I'm using this straight bit of track right here. We might even be able to get a... Yeah, I think we're going to be able to. We'll be able to get one more piece there. We're literally out of these, huh? Alright. I have to turn the deconstruct planner into a pick those up moment. The other big show I've been watching and really, really enjoying is Fortitude. That show is disgusting.
Fortitude.
It's an Amazon television show under Amazon Prime, and it's a weird one, to say the least. So it's about this small, I guess technically it's a UK town up in the northern circle, and basically the idea is that it's like the Wild West basically of the north. I believe it is technically a it may be a UK province. It may not be a UK province. It's hard to tell. Like a lot of the characters are from London or from the UK in general, but then every once in a while they talk about a different Nordic nation. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's basically a little city with on a glacier. And the first season basically consisted of, for the first time potentially ever in this town's history, they had a murder. And then they had to go through and obviously find out who the murderer is, and all this jazz, and why. It's a very got you kind of show. Deep attack of guys there. Add an extra laser up to this wall. But the second season has a lot more to do with, or has Dennis Quaid in it a lot more. He's the, I don't know if he's technically the lead, but he's in it, and I've always been a Dennis Quaid fan. Alright, we do not have enough robots for all this work, they say. To that I say nay, there are plenty of robots. There's always more robots. Alright, let's put a filter on this. Get the robots moving the arms. Oh, here comes robots with power poles even. Look at that! Look at the army of robots. How many robots do we have in the network now? 38! Alright. Still nobody has the splitter that we need, but I could put the splitter in, I guess. Use my own 2 bloody hands. But yeah, it's like a weird cross between a murder mystery and a thriller, which I'm not usually a big thriller fan. But this one, it's got enough of that mystery to it that I'm really enjoying it. So, not that you'll probably find yourself in the mood for another television show, but if you do,
duly noted.
all right. Alright, let's see. How do we want to cover this area down here? And where's the creepy Factorio music? Oh, robot arms. Can I can't, I don't request your slots yet. Okay, we'll make some robot arms in my pocket for now. So if this guy goes here... That'll work, right? Yeah, looks good. Alright, let's... I like to supercharge the corners with the speed boost if I can, just to try to get them... they'll have the biggest amount of ore that nobody else will help them with, are the ones on the end. So like this guy's still got a ton left. So we're just going to take out the extra and get it going again. But like, because these guys overlap these guys a fair amount, they're going to run out of ore quicker than these guys over here on the end, where they have a little bit of help from this guy, but this guy has basically no help from here. So try to just help on the end, get a little extra ore coming in. Alright, is everything working now? Are all the lines busy at least? This stone is... Well, there's still a little bit trudging in up here, so we'll leave it alone for now. Still trying. This iron all looks good. Alright, looks like our walls are basically... Our stuff is basically flowing. So what do we need to work on research next? The best thing would be to start working on coal liquefaction, because then we would really ramp up our coal production. But that takes purple science packs to do, and purple science packs are electric furnaces and electric engine units, and we just do not have the ability to knock those out yet. But electric engine or electric furnaces would be nice. So I guess we'll start on advanced material processing 2. So the general idea with this base is I kind of want to work north, and I believe east was what I decided. There's like one oil over here. We kind of got to work our way to more oil. So the biggest problem is that we have to work our way through iron. Iron is our most in demand. Wow, that's a big wave of trash. Better get up here just to check on things. Not that we can help in a meaningful way. Look at everything flash. This is called dangOREous. It's it is a very interesting pack. Maybe I'm better off helping. Never mind, I was too late on that. So we need to re-up the top up here. dangOREous. So basically you start with a little bitty patch of not ore, and every place else is covered in ore. And yeah, that's, you got to dig yourself out. Is the basic idea. Oh, these can go now. That's probably why I had the extra lasers up here. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, I really am enjoying this particular map. So we basically started in an area smaller than what my factory's in right now, and then we've mined out this much of it. I would recommend also looking at a YouTube streamer called dangOREous. Let me just make sure I spell his name correctly for you. I'll just grab his whole channel link here, copy, and I'll paste it. This is definitely me being a imitator, as the how to put this? It's my sincerest form of flattery. I'm definitely imitating him with the pack. A lot of the mods, not all the mods, but probably 80% of the mods are mods that he is using on his current little stream here that he does a couple of times a week, I believe. And this whole concept is based around what he's up to. So by all means, he is worth checking out if you are enjoying this mod pack for sure. Alright, we are missing what for construction robots? Green circuits. Always with the green circuits. I should probably just set these up someplace now to get auto-fed. But I'm hoping we're going to reach the point where I can just use logistic bots to do all this pretty soon. But the materials with the research costs are just so outrageous with the marathon costs. Oh, just give me half. Just give me half now. Just give it to me. I'll take them. I'll be a logistics bot, Mom. Always wanted to be a logistics bot. Look at me move things. Alright. Now give me some of those back. Alright, what's going on? Steel? You're out of steel too? Fine. Get her a couple of stacks of steel. But yeah, I wanted to kind of play a little bit today to make up for some past early night streams. Actually, you know what? Finish those. Yeah, just finish those. We'll grab a few more. I want to get enough logistic bots running that pretty soon I'll be able to have some sort of logistic bot network running. How many logistics do we have? 35! Wow! And 46 construction bots? No way! We're basically rolling in bots. Sweet. Oh, my Lanta. We have an abundance of riches again. Alright, what's next on our list? I would like to figure out some sort of semi-effective mall. I also need to figure out a better... Look at that. This is just holding 500 iron for me. What are you doing? Oh, you're taking literally all of my iron. You can stop now. Thanks. Okay. That was supposed to make like 200 iron. Instead, it made all of the iron. Have a bunch of military science. Go. Alright, what else needs? Skiers. Oh, Factorio. Sometimes your limiter does not work. Let's see. Do you use iron? You do use iron. Have some iron. Anything else you use iron? Not really. Okay. In that case, we're going to go build something. Alright, let's put you down. Actually, we got a storage box over here, right? It's way, way up here. Yeah, let's put this. Let's figure out where we actually want to put our logistics storage network. It probably needs to be reasonably centrally located. I guess it could go here. It's not the most centrally located, but it's closer than not, I suppose. Alright, put half of those in there. Half of those in there. Put some of those in there. What else do we need? We need, honestly, we need to go grab more arms and put them in there too, but do that real fast. Hi, Jersey. What are you doing? Smoking b-ball? Yeah. That'll work. Alright, so what do we need for the other half of this power plant? Lost a laser. It's getting costly up there. We lost a second laser. We need to... Maybe we need to focus on more laser? More laser speeds? Alright, so what are we missing? 18. Well, there's 10. Oops, wrong way. We don't have any regular pipe, do we? Alright, we still missing 8? Missing 4. Right now we're missing 8. Okay. Let's see. So let's take and put some of those in there. I'll stop complaining about that. And then also put 2 in there, so it'll stop complaining about that. That should be our last 8. But let's go ahead and check up here and see if we can't... Now what are you missing? Like you're always missing something. Batteries? Batteries I can get you. Batteries I have. Lost another corner one. Yeah, we just have to increase the number of lasers in those corner bases, or the corner spots, I think. Just don't have a good way to do that. You know, everything in here also can be used to make lasers, right?
Pew pew.
Okay. So keep this stocked up with batteries, greens, and iron. We should have plenty of lasers on the backside. Alright, so here was a weak spot. Seems odd to me that that would be the weak spot. Some batteries and steel to make lasers of our own in our own pocket. Oh, it's because this thing's low on iron. No, it's not low on iron. Whatever. Pish posh. Alright, what I really need... that to complete. Yes, please.
Oh, side note, Monk speed in this playthrough doesn't suck for all these solo places.
Yeah, I haven't encountered a ton of solo places. Just a couple.
Running around town and all that.
Oh, yeah. Remember for that I just,
Expeditions Retreat, yeah.
Yeah, Expedition Retreat.
I'm a spellcaster, you guys, I can't do that.
You decided to be evil.
All I can do is run really fast.
And like 3 more later, we got Volpexes. I think we're probably done.
Sweet!
Now. I suppose I could keep going, but I'm tired of it. I think I'm gonna take those gems.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
It's because I believe
That's
in...
mine.
I believe in Growlithe and Pikachus or whatever. How about, did you guys see the Detective Pikachu yet?
Let's go.
I just saw people complaining about it online.
Detective Pikachu. Kinda looks fun, actually. And I saw a bunch of people complaining about it online also, but then I saw somebody give it a review that I was not expecting of, you know what, I think Pikachu knows exactly who their audience is. A bunch of disappointed millennials who want to be creeped out or something. I'm like, you know what, you're probably not wrong. I don't know, I watched the trailer. I thought it looked pretty good, actually.
Yeah? I have not seen the trailer.
Yeah, LJ shared it, and he was like, please, dear God, let this be real. I'm like, huh. Alright, well, let me go check it out then. And I have to say, not only does it look very real, it also looks like it's something I'd go see.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Pokemon fan, really. Even though I play a lot of Pokemon now.
About to say you play a lot of Pokemon.
Not only that, but I'm
card
also incredibly excited for the new Pokemon Let's Go. Let's Go Pikachu or whatever. I haven't picked a Pokemon yet. If it's going to be Pikachu or it's going to be Eevee. You wouldn't happen to have a horse in that race, would you?
Pikachu versus Eevee?
Yeah. They're both different kinds of rats. In my opinion. One's an electric rat and one is a generic do anything but I can turn into a lot of stuff rat. I'm probably just lost all of my viewers' love and support with that one
Talking
comment.
about Pikachu's?
Yeah. This doesn't need to be a second thing. It's a waste. Waste of extra resources like that. Okay.
I think Detective Pikachu looks adorable. But I'm going to pet him on the belly.
Okay. Now you just took this weird.
What?
So, Detective Pikachu is also Ryan Reynolds, by the way.
My comment stands.
Mine too. Man, I have a feeling we're just gonna end up. Why are these down there? Not in their backpack spot where they're supposed to be. Get back in your backpack spot. How am I supposed to know where anything is if it's not in the spot where it's designated, game? Alright. So I'm just expanding my defenses as much as I can get away with. I can't quite afford like the really big gun yet that will keep me safe forever and ever. The big Berthas of this game, but I'm hopeful they'll be coming soon. Realistically, I know they're a million zillion years away. Alright. Should we push this out? It's a lot of coal, but we're not years away from iron this way, but we are pretty far away from iron that way. I kind of feel like maybe we should just wall this portion up right here. The problem is that we do need to be able to move into this iron over here. I'm really torn. I guess it costs us basically nothing to move forward. We can also reclaim some more of our robots, I think. We should probably do that when we get a chance. Let's not destroy our defense while we remove everything. Yeah, up here where we get the trees, it's way better. Just hammers right through all that stuff. It is possible. I saw, or someone made a comment to Neilhouse about using burner mining drills as dragon's teeth. I'm actually kind of warming up to the idea. We actually haven't had an attack over here for a while. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the defenses over here slightly. On a scale of 1 to 10, Tobrel, how important is it for things to be symmetrical in your world?
Depends what they are. Are they rockets?
These are laser guns.
Oh, okay. So they're not propulsion.
I mean, they do go pew.
But you're not gonna like veer off course and die.
No. We're just instead going to slowly spiral out of control as Zerg waves attack us forever and then die. What are the uranium mines? There they are. Oh, we're almost done, I think, with this uranium. Looks like this should mine to here, so we just got these last 3 little patches to go. That'd be so nice, getting rid of the uranium in the way that was there. Then do we have another patch of uranium to worry about soon? Not for quite a while. That'll be nice. Alright, do you have time to actually look at the stream and give me some of that Sun Tzu advice of yours?
I'm looking.
Alright, so you should see my base pretty much any second on the stream. So I need to expand, I believe, I need to expand into iron, which is the gray stuff, right? I'll need some amount of the copper, which is the copperish color, coal and stone. So in my brain I was going to dig north and east, right? Kind of pick my line across and dig like this. There's a bunch of trees down here in the south kind of protecting me from a southern attack. Should I just go ahead and wall up everything else to the west and the south? And just
I think you should definitely focus on one thing and then go...
Well, again, the problem is that I have to keep expanding into resources because they're all around. And if I don't keep going out, I'm going to get in trouble. And I don't think there's enough resources just one way to manage. I think you have to go multiple lines of attack on the resources. Because as it is, I'm doing all sides now, and I'm barely getting enough resources to just break even, let alone get ahead. But I just can't keep defending all 4 sides at once.
Yeah, you got to pick something and trying to say, you gotta pick a way. You gotta pick a way and go that way.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking, that I need to find some way to focus a little bit more. Like, I have a reasonable coal reserve. I could probably... looks like I need to even expand my coal reserve, it looks like. Yeah, looks like it's gaining slightly. Doesn't have to continue to be in this building. In fact, I kind of want it to be down by the power plants down here. So when everything goes to pot, at least the power plants have plenty of coal reserves. Yeah, this is definitely the better way to go on power plants for me. We lost... Interesting. They managed to kill part of the belts. These guys outside of the network now? They are. Okay. That's another thing, because now we've got a group of guys outside of the repair network. They're not getting fixed automatically. Yeah, we can't have that. Alright, so what are we missing to build more reports? A bunch of steel. We should have steel now. What are you guys lacking? Now we're lacking
That rings of protection.
petroleum. This is bad.
Yeah, I mean, kind of goes for anything. You can't like, you can't spend like all your resources and all your time trying to defend every which way.
Yeah. The other part of the problem is I have to keep expanding. If I don't keep expanding, we will definitely die. This particular pile of mods is definitely a expand or die thing. I think it'll, as soon as we hit the right patch of of resources, I think we'll get a nice swell of survivability, but until we can kind of reach a couple of places here, we're gonna struggle in some spots, I think. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna go ahead and, just for appearance's sake, even though a lot of these are gonna be in opposition to Neilhouse's path and not building on the path. Unfortunately, didn't get a lot of choice in the matter on some of this. Unless the path was added after the fact. But where applicable, I will.
Are you literally pooping roads?
I am literally pooping roads.
That's neat.
Yeah. That's why the Roman Empire failed. They couldn't poop out enough roads fast enough.
See.
I got in a discussion actually a couple days ago with some people, and I'm like, part of the reason the Roman Empire died is they got away from religion. And they're like, no, they all switched to Christianity. And I'm like, you're right. They switched away from their religion to a different one that did not go with their culture, and it helped basically collapse it. And they looked at me and they're like, you're just wrong. I'm like, you sure? Sure I'm just wrong? Alright, speaking of wrongness, here comes an attack. Oh, that's good. Yeah. See, I knew if we could just get enough lasers and strong enough lasers, we can hold out.
So now you can just kind of ignore that.
I can't quite ignore it yet.
Well, you can close to ignore it.
Yeah. Getting there though. Alright, this has got to go here. It's got to go there. Alright, so let's take this and let's pull this north.
Random encounter.
Is it the random with air quotes random, or is this real random?
I think it's a regular random. So it could be like a flight of dragons, or it could be one kobold.
Man, I tell you, I pooped my pants that day. It's like, surprise, here's a Hydra. Like, what? No. Well, okay. Then I went, you know what? If they're giving me a Hydra, I might be able to take it. Like level 4. Did not last very long before hitting the reload button, that particular.
Wait, Hydra level 4? Yeah, you should be able to do that.
Shut up.
Granted, my party's a lot stronger this time because I know, like, some of the systems and stuff a little better.
Oh, I thought it's because you were going to say you're evil.
That has caused some problems and raised some opportunities. I can build a stocks in my cities, which gives me +1 to solve problems.
Oh. Is that what we call it?
It
Right,
gives
so
+1 to solve problems. Like, I mean, it helps. So I built it. Well, how many problems you gotta solve? Get a +1 to that? Okay. and you can only build it if you're evil.
That doesn't seem fair. Seems like you would have... A lot of people would have stockades in their cities, even if they're not evil.
Well, I'm lawful evil, though. Which is a whole another aspect. I'm not just like... complete, you know...
Not just regular evil.
I'm not like the Joker over here. Just running around doing whatever. I'm lawful evil. Like the trains are gonna run on time.
So evil with a mission is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, the trains are gonna run on time. They might be powered by the undead.
Would you say that undead powered train was evil?
Well, it depends
Or
upon your
creative
outlook
use of resources?
I mean, it kind of depends.
What is this? A fleet of robots are coming with stuff to build the things that I wanted. What? Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Move the laser defense system. Clearly there's been numerous attacks over here, so let's get a couple extra this direction. Let's spread out. So the Zerg bodies on the ground are both a double-edged sword for me. 'Cause on one side I know where the attacks are coming from, on the other I often can't see through their dead bodies with my old man eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm often like, are these guys dead? Or can I build here? I can't see through your corpses, young man. Seems like a weird problem to have, I think. Alright, that looks okay. That looks okay. Let's poop out a few more roads. Also something I have figured out that apparently I really do like. Not all the streamers use this particular mod, but putting lights on the end of your power poles is great. More people should consider lights on their power poles. Just saying. Oh, this guy's still going. Can we pull those out?
I have the lights though.
Do ya? On your monk?
I'm an Azamar, so I have an aura.
So close to the same.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, robots, I promise I will always take care of the... I can't say always. Robots, I promise I will take care of all of the... doohickeys today. Laying down of... I want to make some more walls here. I got all these bricks in my pocket.
Here's a question for you to help with your viewers and stuff.
Okay, what do you got?
Where do you get the ideas for which mod to do next? And where are all these mods at?
Mostly I steal them from other streamers. I'm not gonna lie. Specifically, the Neil House guy I was talking about before. But when you go to play, they actually have a install mods option, and they're right there. So you just kind of got to read through them. Some of them are, again, I think that it really helps if there's somebody to like show you the mod, like, and start to give it a little bit of attention. It makes a much bigger deal than I think a lot of people realize. That's what's going on here. We're missing batteries again. I've got a few batteries. Put all the batteries in there for now. And I really think that if you have a cool mod that you've had out there for a while and nobody's fiddling with it, you should email somebody. Or leave a comment on somebody's stream. Let somebody know, like, hey, I have this mod, it's been out for a little while, it does XYZ, it's kind of cool, maybe you'd check it out and just see. I know that if there was like a link, a convenient link to a lot of stuff, I'd be a lot more interested in checking things out for people. I mean, I have no problems trying mods, assuming that they are legit Factorio mods and not like, hey, this mod finds your credit card and sends it to me.
Gotcha. I'm curious. I thought maybe it was through Twitch, because there's a lot of apps that have games that have modifications through Twitch or
yeah, I don't know why.
Factorio, there's a forum, or
yeah, there's also a forum. Some of the really coolest ones will get picked up by some of the bigger streamers. They'll check them out. A lot of people use like the Reddit and the subreddit for Factorio to advertise mods. But really, it's almost entirely word of mouth for me, personally. And generally, that word of mouth is other streamers trying it, and I'm like, man, that looks awesome. Hey, babe, right here's fine. How did it go? Did you take many heads this day and put their little pokey heads on sticks?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Do you feel like you're victorious in your quest for taking over the Poke world?
Yes, I also got this. It was a house. Yours was not shiny, but mine was.
Oh.
But it's only a 10 CP.
Doesn't matter. Start leveling up if it's cool. If its stats are okay.
No, it's stats for
If not, I guess you know what we're trading for that Ponyta.
If you want.
Maybe.
I believe its stats were not that great.
Gotta wait. Gotta do some dirty tricks.
375,000 Stardust. How do you not have very much Stardust?
I got a bunch. Not enough that I feel like throwing a buttload of it away for no reason.
To give me a pretty Ponyta? That's no reason.
We're gonna be fun. We're gonna be friends in like 2 weeks.
Oh, is that what you're waiting on? Or
Yeah.
Status?
Yeah, I got 184,000 Stardust.
2 weeks?
Something like that. I don't know how long.
You're the worst.
Nobody else is getting it. It's set for you. It's earmarked for you. Are those robots? Oh no, they're out of the network too. Love you.
You don't like to go. You get scared. You can't get mad at me. Because you're a pussy witchy.
Oh my. I don't think you're allowed to call other women pussy wussies.
She's a pussy wussy. She's a pussy wussy. She's not a woman. She's a puppy dog.
Doesn't mean she's not a woman. You don't know how she identifies. Don't misgender my dog.
You're a misgender her. You're a pussy wussy.
Oh man. Alright. So
I think don't miss. I can't think of the word. What is a dog? It's a
she's a dog.
human dog. What's that? What is that?
A human dog? That would be a
No,
werewolf.
like a human or a dog. What is
Or
that?
is it a
wolf
wolf
wear.
wear?
Or wolf wear,
It's
yeah.
not gender. It's
You should
Species.
have like a quiz
Miss-
for the viewers.
you're trying to say that I'm
They
misidentifying
know
her
the difference.
species by calling her a dog.
No. Her gender. You don't know how she
You're the
identifies.
one that called her a woman.
Some-
You're.
Some women...
I'm labeling her gender.
Some people out there identify as cats
I-
and dragons, and they consider that gender.
I was labeling her.
Her gender is
Her
my
species
queen baby.
as a dog,
She's my queen
as
baby.
a wussy pussy dog.
A wussy pussy dog.
There's these dragons put on her perfect.
Oh my goodness. Get out of here, dog. No one liked you. You little hair snake. Alright. We need to develop a mission now. What do we do? What is our quest? We got our laser shooting speed underway. Looks like iron's finally kind of under control. Science looks like it is mostly waiting on blue science. Blue science is mostly waiting on... Looks like everything's kind of trickling in. Looks like it's mostly iron issues though. Still. And that's just the beats of this particular Factorio playthrough. Iron, you're never gonna have enough iron. We're short on coal? Seems really odd that we're... Oh, we're short on coal because I did not plug it in. Okay. I'm like, how are we short on coal? Alright, so really we have two big options. One, we can take the fight to the enemy, which sounds terrible. Sounds like we're at a point where we want to stay well protected behind our laser guns. To me. Although they are getting bloody close. There's going to reach a point to expand, we have to take out enemy bases, which will suck. So we need to strongly consider beelining towards the Big Bertha gun. So let's see where the Big Bertha gun is on the technology tree. Here we go. There's the infinite damage on it. Here it is. Artillery. We need high-tech science packs. High-tech science packs. Alright, so what's in high-tech science packs? I think those are something we could be making now, actually. No, it is not. That is not unlocked science yet. So what are we missing to unlock high-tech science packs? Here, this. All right, we're gonna have to save that. That's a lot of resources where we could be boofing up our laser defense a significant portion again. No, we have to advance. We have to advance our technology. We can always slap more guns, I guess, on the front lines if we feel like we're in trouble. We have plenty of military science, though, so that's good. Military science is good. Is there any way we can prioritize more iron? Does not look like it, not at all. Twitch machine got unplugged. Try again in a moment. What is that? That is a weird one. Is Twitch down? No, Twitch is live. Okay.
Twitch is
Just
down.
went weird on me for a second. Okay. Alright, what... I keep asking myself the same question of what do I do next, and I constantly just want to be wandering the factory outpost and make sure that everything's working. But that is not a use of my time that is productive. So, short on batteries again. Maybe we should increase our battery production? Although we really can't because we don't have the sulfuric acid to do that. We just don't have the oil for too crazy. Alright, that's a 12. See, that'll give me a stack of 21. Alright, I'm going to tell this thing to go another... Make me 10 more of these. Until... Laser guns is greater than or equal to 9. So that'll make us 10. Okay, so we have our basic little mall thing. It's making us gears and belts and lighted poles. That's in the network, right? It's not in the network. We need to make bloody sure that our network is covering all of our stuff. Also, power is having an issue? What? Oh, that must just be we're firing more lasers again. Our production is well above what we need until we need to shoot a bunch of lasers. And then our production is woefully inadequate. So is there a... Is there a good way to boof that up? Don't know. That is a question, I suppose. How are we doing on construction bots in the thing? 90. And we have almost 100 logistics bots as well. That's pretty good. I'm missing steel again. I don't know exactly how many logistics versus the other robots I want right now, but I'm fairly certain I want to make sure I have a good pile of all of the bots. Again, I know this isn't like a regular Factorio game being on Marathon. I've only done one other Marathon game to completion. Marathon is a lot of resources to gather. Okay. What? Oh. Less than or equal to 9. Alright. So what's next? We need another building. We need another building to do... Honestly not sure what I need now. Besides just more and more and more. More resources. Always more resources. I need to really push deep into a thick iron somewhere and just be able to like mine it out and hold it. I don't have a lake anywhere nearby where I could go landfill the lake in and then make that a base. Otherwise, the only way to like break into some place is to set up a bunch of burner miner drills and mine in there. See, Witty says, look at that big old factory that I clearly would have to put together incorrectly. Well, one, thank you very much for your subscription, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. Two, you probably would have. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure I am also not getting it together correctly. I could really use a good third-party coach right now to like help guide me in my path to victory. Because I am not sure what the hell to do. Looks like more laser guns up here would not be unwelcome. In fact, Witty, if you have time to get on the stream, I would love to discuss with you the Battle Angel Anita trailer that dropped today. So Brell is not already a fan, so...
I just don't know anything about it.
Which would make you currently not a fan, right? I'm not saying that in a bad way,
okay.
I'm just saying... You're not a pre-existing fan of the genre, so... It's hard to discuss something you don't know anything about. Let me watch it real quick and I'll give you some sort of input. That sounds awesome. Let's see. We're being attacked in a relatively thin spot actually in our defenses up here or down here. Let's see how we do. Looks like we fended it off reasonably well. Looks like there's many bloods of our enemy here. Let's just give this guy a few more laser bullets. Companions here, you're not mine, right? Oh, you are mine. Get in my pocket. Really? You don't have enough lighted poles in the network? Seems odd. Here is a bunch. I think I'm in the no defense, like too much defense mind right now. Fortunately, that does not quite get where I'm looking for. Now there's enough robots, the robots can do it. What did we lose? We lost the laser gun. What the S? My anger is strong this day. Alright, well we've only got about another half an hour or so of Factorio tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video though, and I'd love to have you not just stick about, but come back for more Factorio. Hey Wits! What's up, my other mother brother?
How goes?
Not too bad. Much better than yesterday. Yesterday was not a day that I want to remember. Yesterday the migraines were too real.
Oh, I thought you meant maybe for other reasons that were in the news.
That was also very real. Yeah, a friend of mine on Facebook posted a little thing today about how celebrity deaths usually don't affect you very much, but Stan Lee passing is hitting him really hard. And I'm like, I understand how you feel. Like, I spend all day, every day, sitting in a room covered in Iron Man, like, merchandise. Like, Stan Lee hit my life hard as well. He's not famous for creating Iron Man like Spider-Man or the Fantastic Four, but the man came up with a lot of the heroes that are currently shaping today's comic book meta. Speaking of comic book meta, witty Battle Angel. What do you think?
I mean, the trailer was good. Once again, I haven't seen any of the source material, so I can't make a judgment of how true to that it is. It looks good. I'll probably see it.
I will definitely see it, but it is... I fear it is not going to be very true to the source material. A lot of it lines up, or was lining up. I was talking to Tobrell that a big part of it was black body parts. But did you get the feeling that they kind of had like a robot or android battle arena?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda.
see, there's none of that in the... that I know of in the source material. And that kind of is worrisome to me. That they might be trying to dumb down the source material for the movie.
I'm also just wondering about why they made the decision to have she's an android, right?
Yes,
What I'm
we
guessing.
believe.
And there's several other android people out there as well,
Yes.
but the rest of them all have human looking faces, as where she has a straight up anime face.
So, in the anime, she is the only one that looks like that, really.
Okay.
The rest of them, they have they kind of, they're more anime than not, but they are not very anime compared to her.
Okay. Well, that's fair then.
Also, she is special, and you learn this in the trailer that the doctor that fixes her finds her in the jump city or the junk pile from the city.
Mm-hmm.
So what's not really obvious about the world is there's these giant floating cities, and the resources for the people on the ground basically shoot up in these tubes. That's part of their job, to feed the big cities, and then the big cities poop out junk, and the girl comes down as nothing but a head and part of a torso from the junk pile from above. So she's also looks different because she's different than everybody else. Everybody else is more the technology level is different on the ground, and we know nothing of the city world. At least not in what I have read out of the manga so far, which is not a lot. Don't think I'm super well versed in the universe, but I am moderately well versed in the universe.
But the trailer that came out that I am excited about is Detective Pikachu.
I'm very excited as well. I think it looks pretty fun. Like, it's just the right cross between creepy and excited. I did not think there was any problems with the authenticity of it until LJ started making me question, is this a real movie? Because he's like, I hope to God this is real. I never had any doubt until he said that. And now I'm like, oh my goodness, is it not real? Is this an elaborate joke? Ryan Reynolds is involved, so God only knows. It could be an elaborate prank. And if it was, will we ever know?
Either way, Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu is brilliant, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I've always been a strong Ryan Reynolds fan.
So
him as Pikachu
is this the
awesome.
thing where, like, the ground blows up?
Yes. If I put something down, so like, you know, I'm going to do something even less expensive. So here, I placed a wall. Did not explode. Put one out here in the ore. It blows up. The only thing that can go on ore are miners and vehicles. Vehicles can roll around on the ore. I can walk on the ore, but no buildings can go on the ore except for miners. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
Which is rough. Rough. So to be able to build, I gotta clear stuff out of the way. And now I'm stuck in this mind state of what do I even build? I haven't built anything today, really. Like, I moved my miners out a couple of times, but I haven't done anything else yet.
The correct answer is magic legs.
Okay, so... are you familiar with marathon mode, Whitty?
No.
So in marathon mode, the science costs like 4 times as much, and the materials to build something cost several times as much. So magic legs comes in, let's see, here. So it's a reasonable 200 science packs to get to magic legs. Another 400, so 600 science packs to get that far. Another 400, so we're at 1,000 science packs. And another 120. So not an unreasonable 1,120. So 1,120 packs to get there. Not unreasonable to get to the magic legs. However, no, don't you dare start that. What did you start? Unstart whatever you did and go back to this. Advanced electronics to get to the yellow science is 1,200 science packs.
Well, that sounds like a good goal to start working towards.
So we're definitely pumping everything we have into science all the time. That is for sure. How much science do you have? All of the science. Okay.
Alright, well, I've got to go move laundry over. I'll be back.
Okay. We have one too many robots in our backpack. Suppose it's okay. Ooh, our defenses over here finally came under fire. That's bad. I guess we better go check on those and make sure that they are up to snuff. So I'm digging out this little hole inside the trees here. Just as like a place to build more power here in the future. I don't want to get in a situation where I don't have room for power protected by Buy trees. For any of you who are curious. I'm not worried so much about how much resources come out of here. This is more of the space question. This just doesn't matter. So one pull there. Almost, but not quite. Alright, and the rest of this is done. It is excellent. This we are kind of pushing out. Mostly because there's a big vein of iron over here that we are going to get because we needs it. These must be coming from up above. The dog's moving down on the little bed mattress that I have over here, and it's weirding me out. Well, it's clearly gunfire somewhere. Hopefully it's not right here. Down here though. Can we cram one more in here? It looks like it. Oh, would we lose? Dang it, we lost another gun down there. Alright, I don't know what exactly I'm going to have to do to increase the amount of gun turrets down there in the south, but I've got to come up with something to beef that area up. Clearly, I do not have the right amount of defense down here, even though it's in pretty well fortified area down here, I would think. Alright, I don't think we can get away with having them be on top of each other, though. I think we have to leave us space. We try that. Because they are coming down here hard. Because that base must be close. I don't see a base that close. Here comes another wave. No? I don't know. Alright, if this is going to be our pattern for guns.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So you still get attacked by monsters in this?
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I did not turn off monsters.
I mean, murdering the natives is the best part of this game.
Oh, Witty, you know me so well. Oh no, I could use you out here murdering riders, though. I tell you what.
Well, Tonight, my concern is just get my laundry done and then get everything packed for tomorrow.
So you're back home tonight?
Yep.
That'd be nice seeing your family. How's Elena? I know she wasn't feeling well. Mostly because I wasn't feeling well.
She's still working through her strep throat.
Oh my goodness. That little darling. That is no bueno, that's for sure. Apparently I am bad at things. There we go. That'll help be less bad at things. Not good at things by any stretch, but less bad.
I'm done with my ATP written now.
That's good. So now you just gotta take a practical.
Yep. Get my ATP and type rating all in one go.
I'm seeing electric engines for more robots. Yep. Still all these, put all those in there too. What are we missing for laser guns? Nothing? Okay, excellent. Like that. I like not being out of laser guns. In fact, I kind of want to go ahead and increase the amount of laser guns again. Just because I have the fear. Let's make this 19. Mostly because I have 0 on me at the moment, and I would like to feel like that's okay. Let's see. It's still quite a bit of ways of wiggle room here. We got a big attack, but we were able to clear it. Let's give these guys just a little bit more away in the reinforcement up there. This little guy, he's been giving it all. Just giving it all. Alright, let's see. We could make productivity modules too if we had blues. But we can't make blues because we don't have the research yet. That's what we're working on right now. We could make... We already have robots kind of limping along. I feel like that's probably plenty at the moment. I mean, we're at 102 logistics and 108 construction bots. So I feel like we're well on our way on those things. We technically probably should not be stealing iron out of, or stuff out of here for that. Is there any way that I could increase that throughput here? Not yet. Not yet. I just don't have more iron to put here. Maybe I go like this. But then that just stymies whatever the top is here. Yeah, I think that's not a good idea. Yeah, I just need more iron. I've got to get more iron. We don't even have 2 full yellow lines of iron yet. We just can't keep it up. Looks like we need to add more... We need more copper storage even? Do we fill up a whole nother copper? We're getting close. Alright. So we could build a coal storage facility. Which would go here, which would not be the worst plan, actually. Or we could build a... Is there a way that we could easily build another copper? I don't think so. Yeah. Until I can figure out a way to just get more copper coming, or more iron coming in, I just don't know what else I can do. It's just all about getting more iron, more. That magic blue stuff. And waiting. Why is this dragon? It's bum. Oh, because it's got a split in 2 here?
Dayton, Ohio.
Alright, well, we were successfully able to fend off that attack. If that is what they've been dealing with, I can understand why they're struggling. See if we can, if we hurry that along, if that helps, or if that just causes a backup in a different place. Looks like everything's working again. It's getting crazy. Let's get this off of the path, please. We are also struggling with a lack of sulfuric, our oil is starting to really creep down. And that's the only oil in range as well. Where's the next closest oil have we spotted? There's one out here. There's one way over here. Yeah, we kinda don't have much more in the way of oil. Maybe we do take the tank, load up, and go for a drive. I'm a little concerned about that notion. Battery, you're out of batteries again? Oh, because of that. Which is where all of our oil is going into sulfuric acid, probably. But we had to get a resource that we weren't expending all the time to defend the base. Spending iron to defend the base all the time is a losing proposition. Excellent. More creepy Factorio music. That's what I was looking for when I was like, you know what I need more in my life today? Creepy Factorio music. One tank. We do not have enough ammo for this, actually. I don't know if we actually have a bunch of ammo in our military science right now. Take that, and that'll hopefully be enough. Tank, bullets, gas, robots. Let's go take a peeksy pie down here. That's a pretty big squad of junk right there. I'd say we can't grab a couple of these spawners. I don't care about the giant worms, I just care about the spawners. Okay, let's get out of here. Get far enough away that we can clean up this trash. Get our robots out there getting repairs on. Okay. Get to work. Get to work. Alright, well unfortunately it's 9 o'clock, so if I want to take any time to myself before tonight's After Dark DDO stream where I have to go farm a zillion tokens, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging out for those of you who did hang out via Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. If you enjoyed this video and you watched it after the fact, I hope you give the mods a try. Again, Neil House on YouTube is where I got most of the pack ideas. Some of these are ones that I just always had. Some of these are ones that I got from like Shoe, like the lighted poles is one of Shoe's mods that he really likes, and I have to admit it's pretty bloody good after the fact here. So hopefully you'll give yourself a shot at these at this world. If you're going to do it, though, I recommend probably not having Biter expansion turned on. Because right now I kill something, it just comes back. So I currently don't have a good way at the moment to kill something and keep it gone. And I'm not really sure if there's going to be a way for me to do that soon enough that it's going to matter. It may just be too far out of reach at the moment to mess with. So consider that if you decide to play this group of expansions or mods or whatever you want to call it. Otherwise, I'm having a blast with it. I think it's added a lot of fun. It's kind of like the C block was a lot of fun. Like it gave a couple of ways that you can really add a lot of life to this game is by hampering your ability to like grow and spread out. Like you always in a normal game you're like, oh, space is infinite, just grow, no problem. But it's not. It's a finite resource here as well. And I think that makes a big difference. So please consider checking out these mods. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like, subscribe, follow, etc., etc., etc. Check out the Twitch page, twitch.tv/SamusGrobo, or YouTube, youtube.com/SamusGrobo. You can follow me at twitter.com/SamusGrobo, or my website, samusgrobo.com. All things Samus Garobo, my friends. That's my motto. Samus in all formats. Alright, boys and girls, hopefully you'll catch us for some Dungeons & Dragons Online or some Pathfinder Kingmaker. Otherwise, hope you have a wonderful day. Toodles.
Bye-bye.